So, hello everyone. So the basic premise of this video, since I've seen a couple of weird guides online already, is how to actually grind your levels efficiently. Like, there have been a couple of spots described in other videos where I was like, what the hell are you even talking about? So, let me just state, the fastest way to level is not killing elites or bosses or whatever. That is totally wrong. At the beginning there's a couple of spots where you can grind, which I will proceed to show you later on. And after you've reached Capital 2 and unlock the multiplayer, you will be able to let me just show you. There is a tent in the main city. It's around here, where my cursor is right now. In there you can change the appearance of your character, change the difficulty, and by changing the difficulty of the game, there is normal, which, well, as it says, is normal. There's hard, and there's death game. Basically what it does is it increases the level of your enemies, which passively increases their stats and the drop chance of items, as well as the XP you get. The fastest way to gain XP is by killing enemies that are far above your level, like, or at least that are that have a higher level than you do. So basically, I am, for example, level 46. This guy is level 65. So if you look at the amount of XP I currently have, well, you don't see what I have, but you see what I need. I need 3,704 XP to the next level. If I kill this one enemy, I will get a bit more than 600 XP just for killing this one enemy. And if you look at the speed of the kill, I will ignore the miss. Then you'll see you'll see the amount of XP I actually get, which is quite crazy. Obviously, as you can see, my gear is very good, since I've been spending a lot of money, like in-game currency, like not real money. I don't think the shop is active right now anyways, on crafting gear. Like, one of the things that is really important if you are trying to min-max is visiting every smith you can find and see what they can craft for you. Not what they can sell you, but what they can craft for you. Because the crafted items can have insane stats. So, okay, they just got a couple of level ups. As you remember, it was 3,704 XP. So, okay, it was a bit less than 600. It was, what was it, 570 XP, which I got, which is, what is it? 3,074. Oh no, it's 640. 640. So I got 640 XP for killing one. For to prove that's actually the case, we'll just kill another one. I don't know, maybe I will fast forward so I don't have to watch me fight this weakling. And I'll explain a couple. Stop interrupting, dude! Come on! Stop interrupting me. Okay, screw you. There we go. So. And there we go. Yes, and break mode. Then we'll KO him and keep pummeling away at him. I can't use that yet. Maybe now, no I can't. Now I can. That's good. Still can't. She's still locked. Now she can. And we'll KO him again. Always try to chain your attacks. As you can see, I consistently get these enemies in the break status, which is really important to deal a lot of damage. If they are invincible, just KO them and you can start dealing damage again. Or we'll just... I hope it was obvious what I just did, so... I really don't know how to describe it really. And there we go again. What's really important is like your weapon proficiency. Because without it you won't be able to hit your enemy. From what I was able to see, I believe it's like 10 level of your weapon proficiency. Oh, wait, just alright. From 2434 to 1794 is around 640 again. So what I was talking about is your proficiency. Don't mind the words you can see here because it's in German for me. Basically, the higher your proficiency, the easier it is for you to hit enemies. Well, that's basically it. From what I could observe so far, I believe every 10 levels of proficiency give you an additional level of the enemies you can hit, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that's how it calculated, at least somewhat. Obviously your level plays a role in that as well, but it's not like as important as your weapon proficiency. If you look at, for example, a Yu-Gi-Oh or Alice or Lina, their proficiency is way lower than mine, which in turn makes it harder for them to hit enemies, while I'm here with 686 and hit most of my hits, right? I hit most of my attacks, I mean. Also, what's really important about that is because the higher proficiency, the higher your damage passively gets, and it makes a huge difference. Also, what's normally important, if you don't want to really pay attention to your enemy and just kill strong opponents, is that you survive. So what I run, I've basically unlocked almost every skill tree, so I have a bit more than most people probably. What you want to do, is use max HP or LP life points to increase the amount of HP you have in the main city, where you will like enter rather early into the game. You want to craft yourself at least a bit of gear so you gain more HP, and then try to get passives that passively heal you. All of these in the beginning are in the defender tree, where you, for example, have Iron Will, which increases your defense. You have Soul of the Martyr, which increases the healing you get by 50%, or you have Knowledge of the Rebirth, I believe that would be the English name at least, which increases your life point regeneration by 2%, which means every couple of seconds you heal for 2% of your maximum HP. Then over here you have a Sturdy Body, or robust, yeah, a Sturdy Body should be the right word, which increases your max HP. And yeah, so if you if for example you combine these four, you will have a much easier time in the beginning to survive encounters and just face tank pretty much everything. Then, where is it? Right, once you find the whip, you can unlock this passive, which adds another 2% of your HP. So if you, for example, use, where is it? Knowledge of the Rebirth and Soul of the Matter, you have, instead of 2%, you have 3% health regeneration. And if you use the Will of Life on top of that, instead of 4, you have 6%, which is a huge deal actually. So what I'm using right now is almost the same thing. After I have unlocked the healer skill tree, which you can only unlock after you've started the story in Capital, or in Chapter 3. Did I say Capital earlier? Damn it, I meant Chapter. And you have to be around the town of Rulet, so just keep an eye open for that. It's really good. What it does is it's basically an improved version of Soul of the Matter. It does increase the healing you receive by 50%, just like this passive over here. But on top of that, it also increases health regeneration by 1%, which would give you a passive amount of 5%, but because of the 50%, you're at 7.5 instead of 6%, which is a huge deal. Combined with a lot of HP, like here for example, I have above 31k. I heal for, I believe, 2.3k or 2.4k HP every time it ticks, which is a huge amount. It also enables you to swim forever without dying, like, at all, which is pretty nice. Alright, as I was saying, in the beginning of the game, when you just start off, you get a couple of quests. You start, I believe, around here, where the giant tree is. You work your way, oh no, it's over here, sorry. You work your way towards the town, then you go up here, do all the quests and stuff. Where I start off with is you have a really nice, let's say, route where you can grind mobs. So what I did, which is probably not the most efficient, but it was pretty efficient. I ran from up here down there, picked up all the flowers, killed all the enemies, went down here, went back up and just ran a huge circle around the lake, up the vines, killed everything up here, went back down, and you can easily and actually really fast, like efficiently, level up to, I'd say, 7 or 8. Although, like, the enemies, they're pretty low. Like, there's so many enemies which have so little HP and give good amount of XP that you can level pretty damn quickly over there. So, what do you want to do afterwards? After you finish the quests in there and down here, when you reach the point where you can talk to Medina down here and you get transported into the next area, just go back through this barrier, because at the beginning you only have yourself and Yu-Gi-Oh, but Medina helps you fight. So if you take her and go back here, you have a 3-man group, which makes killing higher level enemies a lot more efficient. So as you see, it says careful, it's a level 80 area. Then you have this teleport store in here, which also lets you save, which I will do. Alright, if you come over here, there is a set of vines which you can climb up. Do not fight this guy. If you're low level, he will destroy you. He might as well one-shot you. Do not fight this guy. Fight the little ones, and ignore the levels right now. They will be around level 15 to 18. My game is put on hard mode, so like I said, the enemy level increases. It increases more the higher the enemy normally was. So for example, the level 45 enemies became 65. This guy was probably level 16, he's 32. This guy was probably level 15, he is level 30. 16, 15. Where are you? 50. What's there? 50? Yeah, what the hell? Okay, this huge guy normally isn't here. Ignore this guy. So 15 to 18. What you can do is, after you've gotten to like, I'd say 10, because at the beginning you're pretty weak, you can come here and kill these up until maybe 18, because after you've reached 18, none of these enemies is higher than you, which means you get reduced XP. So basically you want to farm up there until you've reached around level 18, and then you can just proceed with the story and ignore most of the other things. The next best spot is after you've reached the main city, which I will show you now. So, after you've reached the Cordillera Plains, and you've reached this teleport stone, which is next to this hut, you can go up here, ignore all the small fries, and take these mushrooms. They will be around level 26 to 28, maybe 29. I don't believe any one of these were 29. The only thing you have to be careful of is this giant asshole over there. He probably will mess up your day, and it won't be fun. Like, he is an annoying piece of goodness, okay? An annoying piece of goodness, let's put it that way. Anyway, you can just fight your way through these one-on-one. You can kill multiple at the same time, however you desire. After you've reached these, you can, like, if you just want to grind levels, stay here up until level 30, around there, and then that's the latest point I'd stop at, because then it just gets really ineffective. Also, these mobs are some of the highest non-boss enemies you can kill up until that point, which is why I'm showing you the spot. So, and then the last spot for now will be the one I'll show you next. Alright, and now we're back here, and let me save real quick. Alright, so and now it comes full circle, the reason I was here earlier. The next spot, where you will arrive at around level 30 if you left the area before this at, let's say, 26. You should be around 30 when you arrive here and just did the story. And then you can start killing these, which will be level 45. And that will give you a couple hundred XP per kill as well. And yeah, that's basically it. After you've reached around my level, I started killing them at 65 when I reached 45. Because when I reached 45, I got a nice little surprise. Because I killed all the other bosses, like level 50s and 60s and whatever. And I saw, oh, legendary enemy. The problem was, on normal he's 81 and I just can't hit him. Like, taking 80,000 HP off of him, although he has 16.3 million, took me around 15 minutes. So that's a no-go, which means I have to grind levels. And I was like, alright, let's increase the difficulty and see how it goes. And they just went and received 20 levels more, which makes me able to easily grind levels here. So in conclusion, what's important? What's important is the level of your enemies, what kind of skills and passive you're using as to make your life easier, what your weapon proficiency is. You don't want to keep swapping weapons because you want to hit your enemies, because if you can't hit them, you won't kill them, or you will kill them really slowly, and that's not efficient at all. And then lastly, what's important is the spots you use and the difficulty. So when the mobs don't exceed your level anymore, bump up the difficulty by 1. What you don't want to do is level using boss mobs, because that takes just way too much time. Try finding trash, like non-elite, non-boss mobs, and yeah, just give them a bad day, grind a lot, and you'll get it. That being said, I hope this video was helpful, and I wish you a nice day. Have a good one.